Hi guys, it's Irit with another process video, and this one is for the Cut Shop, and I'm showing you how I used two cut files, which will appear soon on the screen. And basically what I did was I cut a few times that leaf border strip, which I love. I think it just makes it super easy to get a bunch of leaves, and you don't have to treat them individually. And I used the alpha to spell October, and I welded it with another strip of those leaves. So basically, the motivation for many decisions I make is my laziness. And I just figured if I weld it to the border strip, then I will only have like one piece to deal with, which I like, and also will make it less likely that I glue everything completely crooked. Just because I hate measuring things and lining up things and all those things. So that's the reason, but I also like how it looks and how it turned out. It's just, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love using my silhouette, and because once I cut my files, I already have the design in mind of what I'm going to do on the page, and then it happens rather fast. And I think in this particular layout, just because I needed some drying time for mixed media, which will come soon, that lengthened the process. So here are the cut files, and I will post links to the cut shop, and hopefully if I can, hopefully also to the specific files. But in case I forget, just write me a comment and I'll be happy to link. They just go up in the shop in a couple of weeks, because I'm recording this ahead. So that's it. And here is what I was basically thinking. I really wanted to use that pattern paper from Crate Paper, the Wonder Collection, as my background, but that doesn't happen because, you will see. I change my mind. So I love cutting stuff from white cardstock, and then I can just use paint or whatever I want to customize them. And in this case, I knew I wanted to use some pieces from the Wonder collection, so I grabbed some mists and watercolors. These are all shimmers, and I'm going for yellow, orange, and pinkish red, so kind of colors of autumn. I didn't really go into the purples and the browns because I don't like brown, and the collection doesn't really have any purple in it. So I stayed with that, and you will see this was just so much fun to make. I love color, so I'm gonna go with a tone on tone. I know, surprise, surprise, you're shocked. It's something I've never done. But what can I say? It's just one of my favorite looks. And I placed all these pieces on some paper. This is some like drawing paper from Canson. When I bought it, I actually thought it was much heavier, so thicker, and then I discovered it really wasn't. But what I like about it is, first of all, it's very white, and I like that. I mean, here in this case, I'm just using it to absorb all the water, but yeah, I like it. And also, actually, sometimes because it's not so thick it's easier to use for certain things. And it can actually surprisingly handle some nice amounts of water. So I actually played around with it also with some watercolors, and it handled it very well. But that's not what we're talking about. I just want to explain why it's there, just because it was handy. And so I'm just adding color. I'm starting with those shimmery watercolors that you see on the right side, and then I'm adding some mists and just playing around, really not thinking about it, just applying color. With watercolors, if you want to get like an interesting look, then it usually takes a couple of layers. So this is just my first layer, and I kind of made the October part and the leaves in yellow gold, and then the second row in oranges, and then the third row in pink. I love that pink. I just love that shade of pink. It's one of my favorites. And then the bottom row with kind of a darker, I don't know how to call that color. I love that color, and I don't know how to call it. It's I guess kind of like a watermelon red. I don't know. It's like this pinkish warm red. It's just the one I'm kind of applying now, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. Now it looks kind of more pinkish, but I have some darker shades of it in the mists that I will soon add, and yeah, it's like one of my favorite colors these days. So I wanted kind of more intense color on the bottom row, and I'm trying to protect my work surface somewhat because I want to use spray, because I don't have a darker color in my watercolors. So I just use what I have, in whichever color I want. And yeah, that's giving me more the look I want. Kind of a deeper color. And now I'm trying to, I want to add some splatters, but this looks great, but if you want it to look more defined, you have to let things dry. So fast forward, everything is dry now, and now I can add some splatters. And you can add splatters in whatever colors you want. You can just go gold all over the place, or white, or anything. Also, some brown or purple would look great with this. I just wanted to keep it in the same color family. So I stayed with these colors. And what I am going to do is, I don't want that the top of the October to be completely white. So I will spray it with a very delicate gold spray, and just to give it a little bit shine and a bit more definition, because I'm going to use white cardstock as my background also. So the mixed media part is almost finished. I think I will add some more splatters. I'm not sure it's on video. We shall find out. But I left it kind of not in super speed, so you can see exactly how I created it. You can see it's very simple, nothing complicated, no skill needed, just watercolors and a brush or mists, whatever you have on hand. So now I'm adding splatters, and it just looks really pretty at the end because everything is really shimmery, and yeah, it's just my favorite colors. What can I say? So here's this more delicate gold spray I was talking about, and I'm just all these sprays that have shimmer, the shimmer always sinks to the bottom, so you have to kind of move it around before you use it. And that's it with customizing these borders. Of course, you could cut them from pattern paper. That would also look really fun. I just love repeating elements, and I love leaves, like leaves and feathers. Those are my, some of my like most favorite motifs to use. So I just picked one border from the cut file, but you get, I think, 4 and a sweater weather sweater weather, like written in a really fun font if you get that cut file. So after trying on all these pretty leaves on the pattern paper, I decided to go with white. It just looks better. And now I'm kind of working. This was my original idea, and I will go back to that at the end. But I was just trying a couple more options, so you can, watch it and see which idea you like best. I'm tapping my fingers. I also liked it without the bottom row. It gave it a more delicate look, because the bottom row, which is now at the top, but it will go back to the bottom, like the red leaves, they're kind of brighter. And did you see what I did there? I cut it. I just cut it because I thought maybe to create kind of a vertical design. So you could also do that. And if you go for this idea, just covering half your layout with the title and the leaves, you can get more photos on this. So I'm just using one photo here, but the basic design could definitely work with, 2-3 photos just going there. Or if you use less rows of leaves, you could add a few horizontal photos, like 2 4x6, or like a strip. And yeah, I'm going just to attempt to adhere my white cardstock. I don't always gut my pattern papers, but I really love this pattern paper. And because I didn't use any mixed media on my background piece of cardstock, it's not warped or anything, so there's no reason to use the whole sheet. And 3rd time's the charm, I finally managed to get it on kind of straight. And now I am gluing my leaves. And I have to say, I switched from, usually for this type of element, I guess, I would probably use my hot glue gun, but I have switched to tacky glue. And first of all, I found this store in Europe where I shop now for pretty much everything, that I need besides my hip kits. It's called Scrapbooking, and it's a Dutch store. And I know that for some countries in Europe, they have really, really great shipping prices. So yeah, if you're in Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, I think, and Austria, it's really worth to check them out. But they have this tacky glue, and these are big bottles, and they are super affordable. And the glue is very strong. And the nice thing about it compared to hot glue is that you get a few, like, I don't know, maybe half a minute or something to move things around. So with hot glue, it's really immediate. You stick it on and it's dry, and that's it. And you will tear your project completely if you move it. But with this glue, I have a bit time to maneuver things. And I just found it to be a lot better. It's working much better for me. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And I'm using this fine liner bottle to glue the October. And there's not going to be a lot of embellishing on this layout. I'm just going to add a few of those houses and a couple of stickers, all from the Wonder collection by Crate Paper. And those little golden hearts, I punched them with a heart punch from these circular pieces that came as part of the collection. Crate Paper came out with this package of a ton of golden circles, like made from glitter paper with adhesive. So circles and squares, but they were too big and I wanted hearts. So I used the punch and punched out some hearts. And I'm just trying to glue things down. Some pieces were a little more resistant than others. And yeah, this will be finished soon. The photo is just a really funny picture of my daughter. I was doing some cleanup in her room, taking out some older clothes that don't fit her anymore, and she insisted on trying on this kind of snowsuit to show me that it still fits her, and it's kind of goes down to her knees now. I think she's now 6, and I think we got it for her when she was 2 or something. So not exactly a perfect fit. And I will add my journaling off screen after I also took pictures, and I will use that blank area to the right side of my photo for my journaling, and I'm just journaling about things that are going on in our lives in October. So just some special things for this month. Nothing like super special, but just a few sentences about that. So here you can see the lovely details of all those shimmery watercolors and mists. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions. Have a lovely day. Bye.